Sawadee Kap, I'm JP Mestanza. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday, July 8th. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. Thailand will be under a state of emergency for 2 more months until the end of September. The decision came today during the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration meeting in Bangkok, with the government spokesman explaining after the meeting that the emergency decree, which is now being extended for the 19th time, will be from August 1st to September 30th. It's all meant to, according to them, only facilitate the government's efforts to control COVID-19 and protect people's lives. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. In a TikTok video, allegations were made that a crocodile tourist attraction here on the island had been neglecting their animals, but the owner and operator of the Phuket Crocodile World in Chalong is refuting those claims, saying they take care of them regularly, but they're also for sale. A TikTok video was posted earlier this month that showed a walkthrough of the Phuket Crocodile World on Chao Phraya West Road in Chalong. In the video, the user alleged that the crocodiles had been abandoned to the point that they were starving and eating each other. In response, the owner of the tourist attraction, Sakul, and supported by officers from the Phuket Fisheries Office, denied all those allegations and stated that even though the attraction has been closed due to the pandemic, they are still feeding the crocodiles daily, they change the water often, and they have not been abandoned. He explained that the Crocodile World Farm opened 7 years ago and initially had 32 registered crocodiles, 4 of which have died over the years. The remaining 28, according to the Phuket Fisheries Office, are not suffering in health. The owner, along with the caretaker of the venue, who goes by the name Ankeo, stated that anyone who wants to come and not only see the crocodiles, but bring them food themselves can do so. The attraction is closed, but the building is open from about 8 or 9 a.m. to about 5 to 6 p.m. daily, though the lights are off to save money. At the same time, Mr. Sakul, the owner, did offer the crocodiles as available for sale, with the big ones costing about 10,000 baht each and 1,000 baht for the small ones. He went on to say, quote, "If anyone comes to see the crocodiles, they must contact the staff first for their own safety, otherwise it may be dangerous for them. But if you look at the crocodile pond, they cannot escape. The area is in the right place and is stable and strong. Crocodiles cannot escape from here." For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Earlier this week, government officials announced plans to ask hoteliers across Thailand to charge foreigners more than Thais in order to spur tourism recovery. Hoteliers are now responding with a resounding no, saying it's impractical. The dual pricing structure exists in many forms across Thailand, from restaurants to national parks and everything in between, whereby non-Thais are charged more than locals for the same entry ticket, product, or service. Due to the decimation, travel restrictions spurred on by the COVID pandemic have affected tourism in the country, a key driver of the economy. This week, a government spokesperson said that plans were in place to urge hoteliers across the country to charge tourists room rates at pre-pandemic prices while charging locals the same discounted rates that are ongoing. Marissa Sukosol Numbakdi, the president of the Thai Hotels Association, the THA, called the idea impractical and that room rates shift dynamically based on market conditions, and each hotel tier uses different strategies to set prices. She said, quote, "Every hotelier would like to operate with higher and fair rates to gain a larger margin, but it is difficult to do so because of heated competition and oversupply. Operators have to use pricing strategy to gain cash flow. Here in Phuket, room rates are still 30 to 40% lower than rates in 2019, and a full recovery is not expected in this upcoming high season, according to the president of the southern chapter of the THA. Half of the hotels on the island remain closed, while the volume of tourists has rebounded to only 30% of pre-COVID levels, and said the government should urge hotel operators to focus on the domestic market, and went on to say that the We Travel Together hotel subsidy scheme for domestic tourists should continue until the end of this year. This all comes as the cabinet this week agreed to extend the exemption period for hotel business fees for another 2 years, from July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2024. For more, visit the link in the description. Plans are being put in place to expand Suvarnabhumi Airport's capacity in Bangkok to handle 15 million more passengers by 2025. The blueprint of the East Expansion project to enlarge the eastern section of Suvarnabhumi Airport's main terminal will be adjusted to increase the handling capacity of the country's main gateway by 15 million passengers a year in 3 years, according to the Transport Ministry. The Airports of Thailand, the AOT, had been in talks with the Office of the Attorney General, the OAG, before drafting an agreement to hire the International Civil Aviation Organization, the ICAO, to conduct the study on the airport's expansion. The OAG is vetting the legalities surrounding the proposed agreement, which is expected to be wrapped up next month. The expansion of this particular section of Suvarnabhumi Airport alone is expected to lift the airport's overall handling capacity to 65 million passengers per year when it's completed in 2025. The 65 million passenger mark is the level the airport handled before COVID-19 struck 2 years ago, according to the Bangkok Post. A completed revision will be forwarded to the AOT board before being submitted to the cabinet for approval early next year. The Eastern Expansion project of Suvarnabhumi Airport, costing 7.8 billion baht, will occupy 66,000 square meters of space and forms a vital part of the main terminal. For more, visit the link in the description. The Federation of Thai Industries has warned against further currency depreciation to 37 baht against the US dollar, claiming it would make life more miserable for businesses and households because of higher oil prices. Though tourism operators and exporters may reap benefits after the baht value fell on Thursday to 36.35 to the dollar, the lowest in almost 7 years, the effect for manufacturers and consumers will not be pleasant, according to the FTI. A weaker baht will result in higher oil prices for Thailand, as around 80 to 90% of oil and gas in the country are imported, according to the chairman of the FTI. Higher energy prices increase production costs in the manufacturing sector, which eventually cause people to pay more to buy goods and services. Consumers already experience a higher cost of living in Thailand. The local currency is under pressure as Thailand has a relatively low policy rate at 0.5%, according to CIMB Thai Bank. Many analysts believe the Bank of Thailand's Monetary Policy Committee will raise the policy rate by 25 basis points at its next meeting in August in response to persistently high inflation. For more, visit the link in the description. Thanks for joining us on this Friday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pbcphuket.com. Join us again on Monday, where we catch you up with all the news you missed over this weekend. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.